Hello, today I'm gonna talk about the introductions. Sony company was created by Mr. Masaru Ibuka and Mr. Akio Morita. It was in 1946 that Mr. Masaru and Mr. Akio, with a small team passionate and committed group of employees, started to build Tokyo Sushin Kenkyujo, or Tokyo Telecommunications Research Institute, into the well-known global conglomerate that is today. The company names of Sony was created by combining two words of sonus and sony. The word sonus in Latin represents words like sounds and sonic. The other words, sony, means little sun. With fast sight of expanding worldwide, it was in 1985 that the company formally adopted Sony Corporation as its corporate name, easy to pronounce and read in any language. The name of Sony, which has a lively ring to it, fits comfortably with the spirits of freedoms and open-mindedness. Thank you.
Hi, I am Muhammad Ronan. So right now, I'm gonna talk changes in technologies by Sony Corporation Company. In the mid of 1970s, Sony Corporation began marketing home video cassette recorder or VCR called Betamax. This machine contained a built-in color television turner and an automatic timer. It could record over-the-air broadcasts and play them back on an ordinary television. In addition, the Betamax could play back tapes that were rented or purchased, and with a video camera, could record home movies. Though rivalry rapid technological advancements, Sony Corporation has changed their technologies to better so they can compete with other companies. The year of 2000, the beginning of a new millennium, in marketing the 54th anniversary of the founding of a little Japanese company known as Sony, responsible for the Walkman, PlayStation, Vaio, etc., make up a large succession of notable products, pioneering new frontiers in electronics with cutting-edge technology and innovative design, examining the appeal of a global brand, the pride of Japan, continuing to take on new challenges and move forward at the dawn of the 21st century. Thank you.
Positive impact that Sony gave to the environment and human are conserving, eliminating use of virgin materials. Sony conserved resources by minimizing consumption and maximizing recycled materials in operations and product life cycles. To reduce consumption, Sony made products lighter and improve workplace resource efficiency. To promote recycling, Sony worked with recyclers and reused materials from used products around the world. The second is take back and recycling, with post-consumer use in mind. Sony responsible manufacturers must also consider what happens to products after use. Designing for recycle is only the start of our post-consumer responsibility, which extends to the local recycling programs. Sony have established to encourage take-back and recycling of end-of-life products. The third one is reducing usage of virgin plastic in interchangeable lenses. Virgin plastic were used as a raw material in camera lenses, but due to the goal of achieving zero environmental impact, the use of virgin unrecycled plastic has been reduced by approximately 34% relative to previous interchangeable lenses. And reducing PlayStation power consumption. Power consumption has been reduced by a substantial 28 to 34%. Of all components that go into a game console, the main users of energy are the CPU, Central Processing Unit, and GPU, Graphics Processing Unit, account for about 40% of power consumption, A miniaturization of these circuits enable lower power consumption up to 28 to 34% while delivering the same performance. Improvement in graphics with HDR, high dynamic range, also support greatly on reducing power consumption. Thank you.
As far as we are aware, a negative effect is any harm that is done to any living things, including the plants, animals, and the environment, or the ecological processes that they are depends on. For instance, the business has been under fire for its labor policies in a light of claim of excessive hours and sub-working conditions at the several of its production sites. One of the potential consequences of product recall is a strained connections between the firms and its customers, which might negatively affects the company's reputations. Recalling the goods will cost the firms money. Therefore, there will be financial issues as well. A product recall will result in a financial loss, including the replacement expenses. There will also be unsatisfied customers. Maybe it is because they are not happy with the technological service that is provided by the organizations. After making transactions, consumers run into an issues. The discounted may be the cause of a decline in the loyalty of the customers. The second one is worry about the data technological security and privacy. And as is well known, Sony is highly mindful of privacy and security. For instance, when it comes to the safeguarding the galaxy-related data on the phones or the tablets we are holding. Just like Samsung needs to continuously control expenses and uphold a strong brand in order for their business to prosper in this carved out market. The third one is outcome is the company's high level competitiveness. In the current day, several brands have emerged and products are in the competitions with one another attract consumers. The issue of fierce rivalry in a number of the market has been encountered by the Sony corporations. It is because of the fierce rivalry Sony has expanded its product line to include a wide range of products. Some of its primary rivals include Samsung, which is a participant in the television industry, and Apple, which is a major player in the smartphone and the camera industries. The Apple brand also poses a threat to Sony's market share. However, the downside for the Sony Corporation is higher manufacturing costs due to higher labor costs, which is it will ultimately affect the company's competitiveness, and the bad thing for both companies is to be so concentrated is that if something happens, it will hurt the company. For example, if there is an earthquake in Japan or typhoon in the Vietnam, there will be material losses such as electrical equipment and from the large Sony and potential delays in the sales. Therefore, if these two companies mismanage, they may lose hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars.
Conclusion, Sony company shows a good performance across multiple aspects of its business operations. The financial health of the company also remains strong, and with the consistent revenue growth and also stable profit margins over the past several years. Overall, the researcher also found that Sony Group Corporation employs a subsidiary entry strategy to enter the Malaysian market. There are two categories of Sony companies entering Malaysia, which is Sony Electronics Sdn Bhd and Sony Technology Sdn Bhd. Furthermore, the researcher has identified various business challenges within the company, such as Sony facing organizational structure challenges when employing a matrix structure. Moreover, Sony also faced political and legal challenges, and it's particularly respond to the Malaysian government's imposition of the Sales and Service Tax (SST) on manufacturers and importers. Sony also confronts economic challenges, particularly during instances of national inflation. So, a recommendation for Sony Group Corporation to continue its research and development, R&D activities, and continuous innovation in addressing the challenges in the organizational structure. Continuous R&D and innovation activities can help the company advance its existing industry with the latest technology, also maintaining Sony's competitiveness in the market. Sony also should take steps to enhance cost and efficiency in its production for each marketed product. Lowering production costs can contribute to the reducing the price of Sony's products in the market, also improving the competitiveness of Sony's product and subsequently increasing sales. So this approach not only allows Sony to meet the demands of an increasingly competitive market, but it is also ensures long-term sustainability and growth in a dynamic business environment.